to Impetuous Order. I'm Matt, obviously, because there's only me here. So last time we built the Zanchis from this demo pack, and this time we're going to try and build the Ghulams from it. First, let's have a look. These are the ones I have for my current force. I hope that's in focus. Is it? Can I refocus this? So this is the female one. So this is her parts. This is a male one with a combat knife, which I painted to look like bone for some reason. I can't really remember. And lastly we have this guy, who I pretty much like. I like the colour scheme on these. The cream kind of armour didn't come out as well as I'd hope, but we'll see about if using some other contrast paints will work. So let's kick off. Firstly, I did take the time to glue on all the backpacks. It is important to note that not all the backpacks are the same size. So two are larger ones for the two male models, and the smaller one obviously for the female one. Now I've already gone through and cleaned most of these and washed them in soapy water. So let's begin. I've also trimmed down the bases so that I have a tab just for putting the miniature into the base. So let's... Ooh, there's a bit of flash that I did not remove. Let's click that off with my fingers, because fingers are versatile, especially when you have long nails. And let's just file that down a little bit. So the reason why I washed miniatures, why I decided to wash miniatures is, number one, they stick better because there's no mold release all over the miniature. So let's take some of our wonderful Daiso glue, and I am sorry I still have a gammy throat. I am not dying of anything or slightly ill at all. So, oops, that was off camera again, like always. So, obviously, again, lining up the little dimple with the little stud here, or trying to, and line it up and apply a little bit of pressure so it takes. So one of the differences between Ghulams and Zanchis is Ghulams are equipped with rifles. Rifles still have burst free, but they're only effective between 8 to 16 inches, which obviously makes it a little bit more challenging getting up close. But to compensate, Ghulams come with light shotguns as well, which is really kind of nifty because you get that +6 modifier at under 6, and you also get the impact template afterwards in N3, but that is changing. That will be changing come N4, and also Code 1 shotguns will no longer have the impact template will work differently. It will operate more like a flamethrower, so you can do intuitive attacks, which is great for Ghulams because they have... oh dear, I really got to learn to stick on the second arm first, and then stick on the first arm, the arm with the gun, because otherwise you end up with a broken joint like this, as you can see. So we just need to apply. There we go. Now she looks like she's actually holding the gun instead of got a broken wrist from the recoil. So that's her done. Now onto this guy. So let's try sticking on the other arm first. So not this one. I'm just checking that I've managed to remove all of the excess. I don't know how good this camera is. I'm testing this out because the battery ran out on the other one. because somebody forgot to charge it overnight. So let's see how we do with this and see if you like these kind of videos. These are primarily for testing purposes at the moment, so just to test what I can do without buying a new camera, but the chances are I'm going to be buying an actual camera to record videos like this with, and also record battle reports. Unfortunately, as you may have seen on the blog and on the forums, we've cancelled the event on Sunday because we don't want to put other people at risk. Oh, that's a little bit nasty. Let's file the top of this gun down a little bit because it looks ugly as hell. Now, Hackers Lamb use rifles as opposed to combi rifles because technically they are one of the poorer factions. Even though they control one of the most expensive materials in the game, the silk, which enables people to use their cubes and regenerate themselves into a new host body. And you're just not going to win goodbye, why aren't you? You've got a gammy wrist too. Ah dear. Let's quickly just file this down a little bit because it looks hinky. Fortunately, the last guy has independent arms, so it's a lot easier to glue them together and it look good. There we go. He's glued. Okay. On to the third guy. So let's glue this on. That should be enough. Now he's holding his weapon a little bit downward, so let's get that glued into place. Yeah, it worked. And then his combat knife arm in his somewhat stabbing pose. Now, I'm not a fantastic miniature builder, and I am definitely not a good miniature painter, so when we come around to paint these, you'll have to forgive me. And again, they're not off camera because camera sense is lacking. Okay. He's glued. Alright, so we have 3 glued ghouls, and then we have the base. But that's them all built. The next step is going to be to applying some basing material. I haven't glued them to the bases so that I can do this easier. So that's going to be the end of this video. The next video, we will look at applying some basing material to these guys. So that's the 6 units built. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. If you want to see different kinds of videos, drop that in the comments below, and I will do everything I can to try and create more content for everybody while we are all imposed in isolation. So take care of yourselves and goodbye.